Hi friend, welcome back to Mando Lessons. My name is Baron Collins Hill. In this week's lesson, I want to talk about what, in my view, has improved my mandolin playing the most over the years, and that is teaching. My first experience with teaching came when I was a freshman in college. I'd been playing mandolin for almost 10 years at that point, and a friend said, "Hey, I would love to learn to play the mandolin. Will you give me lessons?" And I was like, "Whoa, I don't know how to teach. That's way outside of my skill set." And she said, "Oh no, please! I would love to learn." I thought about it and I said, "All right, how about this? I'll teach you, but I can't charge you because I don't know what I'm doing." So for a while, we did some lessons where she would ask me questions, and sometimes my answers were just like, "Geez, I don't know." She would say, like, "What are you doing with your right hand there?" Or "Why are you doing this or that?" Or like, "Why do your fingers go to those spots on the instrument?" And this is why I wasn't charging. I would just say, "Geez, I don't know. Let's find out and let's think through the process ourselves." And the more I did it, the more answers I got to those questions, and the quicker I got at sort of troubleshooting my own playing. And by being able to troubleshoot your own playing and understanding what you're doing, that sort of creates this beautiful loop where if you don't understand something you're doing, or you notice some tension in your playing, or a student notices something that you don't even recognize you're doing yourself, if you're able to sort of get into the habit of understanding, where your weaknesses are or what you're doing, then you're able to improve upon that, because the more you understand your playing, the more you can see into it and the more opportunity you have to say, "Hey, what happens if I try this?" Or, "Man, that sound isn't quite what I'm going for." It sort of gives you some tools to improve your own playing without having to, get lessons or find external sources for improvement on the instrument. Teaching can have a ton of different benefits, everything from technique. Over the years, I've gotten really good through teaching students to understand where people are holding tension in their bodies and, making it harder for themselves to play the instrument and hold the instrument and get a good sound out of the instrument. And that's allowed me to troubleshoot that in my own playing, be really aware of my own technique and sound. And it also gets really deep into the musical side of things. A great example is with fiddle tunes. When I first started playing fiddle tunes, I had a vague idea like, oh, this is the A part, this is the B part, great, I loop them. I kind of had figured out that process for myself. But once I started breaking tunes down and teaching them to people, that's when I started to notice, hey, actually the end of the B part, that little phrase at the end of the B part is actually the same as the ending phrase of the A part, which you've already learned. So that's some great little internal repetition that's going to allow you to learn this tune faster. And as I started to notice that, because I was forced to, through teaching, to make it easier for my students, that's when I really started to notice that within the tune themselves, even when I was learning a tune for myself. So your homework, and I want you to take this seriously, is to take your mandolin to a friend or to a family member, show them how to hold it, show them a G, a C, and a D chord, maybe teach them a song that you know already, or even if you're just getting started yourself, you don't need to be an expert mandolin player to teach. You want to be cognizant, you don't want to pretend you're better than you are, but it's just a simple opportunity to share what you're learning and sort of get that excitement out of someone else. So I highly recommend, put your mandolin in the hands of a friend or family member, show them a couple chords and say, "Cool, isn't that awesome?" Show them how to hold it, get them playing, get a simple strum pattern in the right hand, and their eyes will light up. That's what happened to me. That's the whole reason that I play the instrument, is someone did that to me, and it totally changed my life. So I really want you to go out and do that, both for their sake and for your own, because they might have questions like, "Whoa, why does it hurt to put my fingers down?" Or, what happens if I do this? And you may have the answer and you may not. If you don't have the answer, say, "That's a great question. Let's look into it." And then you can go back and in your own time try to figure out that answer and let them know when you have a solution. That's all for now. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.